Now record.
It's cool and all. What the fuck is it?
Your camo, getting that bag, go driving the fast lane, riding the tag, go big ol' low bag, go build it up, let it all stack, go counting my racks, though, 100 all packs, all straight, they switched up and ain't changed, they wanna get paid, I love the success that I paved, I love the success that I paved. I'm keeping a buck, I've been making these moves, G. I drain out my wallet, not breaking the bank, that's a truth, G. If he ain't taking no risk, what is you doing, what is you doing? Oh, I've been moving myself, I've been sick of my shit, I ain't making excuses, up in the booth, take a hit and it feel like a Uzi, only want money, I don't give a fuck about I don't ever move slow, money stack tall, let me do motion, let the people keep me there, loophole, what is big, and I'm about to go to Pluto, the raw fly like Suko, get your people, diesel, how you buy two toes, I'm like, my phone, I'm like, people, I with the little shit, I got me, no stronger than I double, let's feel like a chameleon, you ain't even know the empire been building, I ain't never fall, I ain't never conceal shit, let's be a bull boy, I don't wanna hear shit, only make gold, let the board run seals, getting real, motherfucking building, so we gon' spit, we gon'
Go. That's on God.
in that bag, go driving the fast lane, riding the tag, go to the low bag, go build it up, let it all stack, go counting my racks, go 100 all packs, all straight, now switched up, it ain't changed, they wanna get paid, I love the success that I paved, I love the success that I paved. Since I've been out addressing all of these seconds and minutes and hours and days have been adding up cause I'm investing. Call me your head, yes, call me your rare, putting all the work in God said it's short, now's the time for you to be successful. I don't regret it, know that he said it, I'm giving up the energy in every dance song. I'm a junkie, take long. Girl on a late night call, going so safe on. Getting up, you say the call, don't just real on. Bitch, you so sharp on. Trading out hoes like those trombone. You bitch look flat like you got an eye on. Don't worry, dog, I don't even want to eye on. Pulling rich pussy like a pocket truck. I try to go through you burning like a monster truck. I was really shiny tough like a dick. Girl, dress sexy with this smoke on the game. I ran, yeah. I'm on Nemo, that's a cheat code. Pull a G straight play, I'm a cheat code. Make it swoon over, just want to talk. After I shoot you, who knows if you want smoke? I'm a hookah. All the hard lines I coke up a Juno, cool cappuccino from all the y'all bitch made sweet no blow from a sugar tooth. Ho, think I give a fuck about what I say or do, ho.
Hey, that's lit.
Yo. It's the Chop It Up podcast, man. It's your boy Hawklyfe. I got a good one for you today, man. We gonna get straight into it, man. What you just heard, and I want to say the name correctly. What you just heard was Zilko Capo with my special guest, St. Louis independent artist, singer, songwriter, producer, multi-instrumentalist. Revli is in the building.
How y'all doing? What's good? I'm glad to be here.
First and foremost, man, tell us, break down the song we just heard, Zilko Capo, which is out now. If y'all haven't heard it, y'all heard it here, but still go listen to it about 5, 6 more times.
Oh yeah, y'all, yeah, blow that shit up.
Yeah.
So with that, actually, it's pretty cool. So I started a YouTube producer channel and I just made this beat and it was really cool, man, but it was kind of simple. You know, it was just a lot of simple things adding up. And after that, as soon as I made the beat, I was like, yo, I need to make a song with this. So I made the beat first, and then I came up with this term Zilcho Capo because no one said it before. You know what I'm saying? And I figured, hey, might as well make some shit. Wu-Tang made cream, I'll make Zilcho Capo. So, you know what I'm saying? So I went ahead and wrote that, recorded it, mixed it myself. You know how we go out here.
Yeah. Put it together real quick. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
So I usually like to make the beats first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that was a question I was gonna ask. One of the questions I was gonna ask. We're gonna get into a little bit further later. But tell them how your name came about. Revli, I know it's a dollar sign on the end. So let them know how that came about.
So with my name, it's actually a badass backstory, man. So in 7th grade, I was in honors language arts class, and we had to make a hero or a supervillain for that class. So me being me, I made a badass supervillain, but he was like an anti-hero, like Deadpool. Yeah. And I was trying to think of a name, and my buddy had made a guy, and he said, my guy's named Nosmerk. I said, what the fuck does that mean? He goes, it's Crimson backwards. So I said, yo, silver backwards. So that's
Oh,
Revless.
oh,
Now the dollar sign is in there because money is a root of all evil. You know what I'm saying?
right,
That's the least of my concerns
right.
with everything else that I need to stand for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We're gonna get into some of the music. But before we get into the music, y'all know it's our road to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all also subscribe to Revelers. He is on YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe to him. But it is definitely our road to 1,000. We at 684, man. We pushing the envelope. These last 6 months been crazy. So keep on supporting the movement. Y'all
Hell
know
yeah.
yeah, I know when we get to 1,000, it's gonna be crazy. We do this for the independent artists. It's not for the big names, just for the small names who trying to come out of the trenches. This who this for. You know what I'm
Hell yeah.
saying? So definitely support people that's doing what you love to see us doing. I'm more than sure that y'all out there trying to do the same thing. So let's continue to support each other and get each other's name out there.
Oh
Um,
God. It's beautiful.
oh God, you know what I'm saying?
These are the real ones out here.
Definitely, definitely. Let's talk about get right into the music, man. Let's talk about damaged.
Mm. So again, with this song, man, I've been writing since I was 12 years old and I was first in love with poetry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So with this song, I actually wrote that first verse whenever Lil Xan dropped Betrayed. I hated the song, but I loved the beat. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So I actually wrote that first verse when I was 17.
yeah,
And then I was like, yo, when I was making my album Crowbar, I wanted to throw this is the last song I wanted to throw on there. So I kind of pieced it together. I whipped a beat up in like 10 minutes.
yeah,
And then I threw this verse on there and it sounded perfect. So I went ahead and added another verse. Basically, the song is, it's kind of self-explanatory. I feel
yeah.
like it's a little bit about self-loathing and post breakup, you know what I'm saying?
Mm. But see, that's the best stuff. That's the best stuff that could be relatable. Uh, I relate
Exactly.
to your background, and I'm assuming you was doing poetry first, and that's kind of how I started. I started off writing poetry. Poetry was my emotional outlet, and then it went into music and creating other stuff, little skits and movies and stuff like that. But poetry has always been my go-to. Um,
Right.
and coincidentally, love poems is my specialty. So
Oh
love and
yeah.
breakups was my specialties. So I can understand and I can relate. So definitely. Let's talk about capital R.
Whew. Man, that one was hard, man. I love that. So you can hear like I'm very intricate with my wordplay and like my rhyme schemes. You know what I'm saying? This one is just a shit talking song. It's
Yeah,
capital R because I'm Revless. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That's all caps.
yeah.
So with that song, my boy Mecha Fusion made a beat for me, and it was out of a siren, and I thought that was so sick. You know what I'm saying? And like honestly, I freestyled most of that, but then I had to write it down because I couldn't remember what I did. I wasn't recording. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I loved how that song just weaved all these complex rhymes together. You know what I'm saying? I love hearing other artists do that too. And it's something I don't hear enough of nowadays. So I want to do that some more.
Absolutely. I don't hear it too much these days too. So it's good, it's refreshing when you see artists trying to think outside the box and do something different. Cause that 9 times that's where the great ones come from. The ones who take it and keep it all the way original all the time with their music. So that's another thing I like about your style of music, and I can
Thank you.
vibe to it. Um, getting into music. One song that jumped out to me, uh, Puffer Chug It.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So that was back on Love is Illegal Volume 1. That was my first album that I did. When I look back on it, I love every single song, but I wish I'm gonna go back and remaster that in the future because I was mixing vocals back then too, but I wasn't nearly at the level I'm at now.
yeah,
But that song was dope, man. It was inspired by I don't really know what it was inspired by. It was just I heard that sample. I think it's in the 3 6 Mafia. era. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Saying bump a drug 'em, fuck 'em, I don't love 'em, dump 'em, slump 'em, put 'em in a whole spot, take 'em time to that bump a drug 'em. So as soon as I heard that, I heard puff a chug it, bust it, baby, downs and up is what you taking, nothing but you all at once. That's how I go, man. Like, and I make the beats first. With that whole album, I made every beat from scratch in a week, and then I took the next week to just write all the songs and then record it all.
Yeah. So what?
Puff or chug it. If it was mixed better, I feel like that could be a single.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I definitely think. I think the mix was okay. And that brings me to my next question. How would you describe your growth from when you first started making music to now?
what was that?
How you doing? How you describe your growth from when you first started making music to now?
Man, everything's been trial and error. You know what I'm saying? I've been the guinea pig for everything. I mix for a lot of people right now, including, some UK artists like Lil Eds. He's popping right now. Some groups. But the thing was, I just wanted to take that initiative. I was tired of waiting on other producers to mix my vocals because I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? I've been hungry since 14. So I was actually like rapping and recording with a DJ Hero mic. And I will stand by that, dude. I came from a DJ Hero mic and I was having to like throw 20 or 30 different effects to make it sound decent. So when I finally had the money to upgrade to a mic, I would throw like 3 of those effects on and it would sound so professional. I was like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? So really for me, it's like with all of my music and a lot of things in life for me in general has been about just trying things, doing them the hard way. And then when it becomes easier, I just take off, you know?
Absolutely.
But
Um,
it's been a journey I'll always cherish, you know?
Absolutely. Both cherish every moment and stay determined because eventually you
Absolutely.
become you're extremely talented. I say this rare, but you're definitely one of them artists. In a couple years, yeah, I might just hear on the radio and I'm gonna say I told you so. Just don't let the shit
That's all
pass
God.
you by.
That's all God.
Definitely, definitely. And I'm gonna say I told you so. He was here and I said it. Just know.
Hell yeah, you better claim it, G.
Just know. Tell us about your collective LNSG.
So LNSG stands for Loaded Never Sober Gang Entertainment, and it also stands for Love Never Stops Growing.
Yeah.
I formed that back in 2018. And when I formed that, I was just a kid smoking weed, you know what I'm saying, and fucking off, drinking. So I was like, I was in the party mood, like everyone is, you know what I'm saying? So in essence, there's still that part of me that exists that likes to have a good time, you know what I'm saying? But it also stands for Love Never Stops Growing because the world right now is very cold, you know what I'm saying? Even before COVID. And the only thing that we need to spread for each other is more love. You know what I'm saying? Being kind to each other. With that being said, though, love goes very deep. My love is music and whatever it becomes. It can be angry or sad or happy or funny, whatever it is. I love that. And all of my music is my love.
Yeah.
So with every song, my music keeps growing, i.e., my love is still growing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But we're a music label right now. We don't right now we're doing a lot of rap, but we don't limit ourselves to just that. And we have plans to do like TikToks and entertainments of all sorts. Like I've already started it a little bit, but 5 years will be everywhere.
Absolutely. That's kind of how I started this. Um, if y'all ain't joined our Discord, do so. Battle Rap Kingdom Discord. That's how I kind of started with this. It started from the battle rap, and it went into the ciphers. Then it went from the ciphers into the podcast, and it's becoming a brand, a media group. So I think
That's
that,
awesome.
and yeah, it's at a point that I see in the future being extremely successful in all areas. And it was really an accident. Pretty much everything was an accident up until the podcast. The battle rap was an accident because I always been a fan, but the podcast was an accident. I always did do ciphers. We all you know how it was to have back in the day. You had that set up in the school hallways and everybody rapping to a beat. That
Hell yeah, dude.
the classic ciphers that we had back in the day in the neighborhood. So I was always used to ciphers, but to be able to bring it to the digital world is it's been a journey, and have everybody supporting it and all the guests like loving coming on here and having a great ass time. That it's worth it. It's 100% worth it. So keep pushing. If you're doing something that you love, keep pushing and keep doing it because it's worth
That's
it.
on God, man.
Yeah,
That's awesome to hear.
absolutely.
I love what you got going on here, man, for real.
But yeah, I've tried, but it's getting somewhere. It's getting somewhere.
Hell yeah, dog.
You collab with a lot of people. I want to shout out a few of them that I seen on the way as I was going through. You did Mischief featuring Lil Ed, I want to say Edge or Eddie.
Yeah, Eds.
Yeah. Cancelled future Standout G.
Yeah.
Um Crown of Thrones featuring Baby Joe J.
Yeah, that's all. I love that song.
Yeah, shout out to the what I say producer. I had to realize what I was looking at it for because you did. They had a couple songs on it that you produced yourself. Most of them produced yourself. What was your like? What was your favorite collabs out of all your collabs, and who would be your dream collab?
My favorite collabs out of who we've collabed with, honestly, I'd say Baby J, because that's my cousin, and she is just phenomenal, man. She is like on another level. She can rap and sing. And honestly, around that time when that song came out, we were like hanging out every weekend, and I'm like in masonry and stuff, you know what I'm saying, doing brickwork,
Yeah,
like coming home after 40 hours, and she's working 40 hours, and we're meeting every weekend in the studio. And she brought like a monster out of me. Like I was already good, but she laid down a verse on a song that will come out in the future called Grown Ups.
yeah. I've been looking.
And that, oh my God, dude, it like destroyed me. I was like, I'm not as good as that. But then I was like reborn from that. So Baby J, she's phenomenal, has nowhere, like the sky is the limit. You know what I'm saying? There's no limit.
Yeah,
And she's brought the most out of me. You know what I'm saying? I do love the Lil Ed's collabs, and Standout G is my brother.
yeah,
So we do those like as much as we can. Those were fun. Those were all off top.
yeah.
And who is my dream collab? I'd say I like Kendrick Lamar a lot. Kendrick Lamar, all right. It'd be a Kendrick Lamar verse on a Kanye beat. That's my dream collab.
Mm. Crazy on crazy. Huh? Yeah, that might be a good collab.
Yeah.
That's
That would be amazing, man. Like J. Cole, even. I love those
yeah.
guys.
Yeah, that'd be a good collab. Good music collab right there. Actually, yeah, that'd be a good collab. Kendrick Lamar on the Kanye West verse, and you jumping on. Yeah, that be a good collab. You give your music. What do you want fans to take from your music?
I have 3 goals. I hope to reach with every single person that listens to my music in one way or the other.
Yeah.
It's 3 E's: enlighten, endure, empower. So what that means is with my music, I want to help enlighten you. If you're going through something, I want to help you endure that. If you're feeling weak, I want to empower you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the very vague message of my music. With no matter what it is, it needs to be one of those 3 things.
Yeah.
Like Zilcho Capo, it's kind of hard to explain with that one, but I'm thinking for that would help you, that it would empower you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make you feel like you're the shit. Keep it a buck with everybody. You're in your bag.
Yeah.
Whereas with Damaged, I'm kind of doing enlightening and enduring because I'm telling you about myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm a pretty private person. So telling you about myself, I'm enlightening you about me, but I'm also helping you get through whatever you're going through is my goal anyways.
Absolutely. Growing up in St. Louis, which is a very musical place, they had a nice bunch of artists come out of St. Louis. You got Nelly, you got the St. Lunatics, you got the new artists like the Hitman Hollers and
Mhm.
that nature. How has St. Louis influenced you musically?
My boy Night Owl.
Yeah, Night Out. Shout out to How has St. Louis influenced you musically?
What was that? How has it influenced my music?
Yeah.
Well, I have a theory, man. So I think like you got East Coast music, you got West Coast music, then you got South music. You know what I'm saying? You got that dirty South sound, and they all have a certain sound. The Midwest is like this boiling pot of everything just going into the middle of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
Like I said it before, but I feel like I'm like music's foster child because I have so many inspirations. It goes so beyond rap. You know what I'm saying? Into rock and like soul music, jazz, blues.
yeah.
So everything is just so blended here. But also growing up in these cold ass environments, man. I mean, I've gone through some shit in my life, you know, so that kind of put a chip on my shoulder, made me a little colder.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
So
I understand. I'm
it
on,
makes you move in silence.
yeah, I understand. I'm from New Orleans, down in the south from New Orleans, and I get it. We kind of that same melting pot when it comes to music. You get a little bit of
Y'all got some banging ass music. Like
yeah,
I can't even cap.
yeah. That's because there's so much flavor going down in jazz. I mean, folk rock, maybe R&B, hip hop. It's so much in the melting pot that is blues. I mean, it's crazy. Like being from places
Right.
that got classic blues music and stuff like that. Being Mississippi right next door to us, so it's so much culture down here. So I get it. Um, and that's why it's good. That's why I like to ask other people how it influenced them. That's how it influenced me with a lot of music and me being also able to travel, being in places like Atlanta, being in places like South Carolina, being in places like Texas, and being able to hear the different sounds.
Right. I love that.
Boom.
I love that.
It's
So
really,
I'm trying to put St. Louis on with a new sound. I have plans to like just bend this genre
yeah,
to its extent. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Push rap to its limitations.
absolutely. I was about to say, okay. When it comes to your music, would you consider yourself a perfectionist when it comes to completing a project?
Absolutely. I have to do everything myself. You know what I'm saying? I make the beats, write my bars, obviously,
Mm,
mix it, and I got to master it. So, with all that in mind, like I got to get every part of it perfect. It's got to be tailor fit. Even with my verses, I'll go over it over and over until it's just absolutely spot on. Every part of the flow has to match up.
mm,
So when it comes to mixing, especially, I'm very tedious, meticulous. That's the word I was looking for,
mm.
meticulous. Because if it's just slightly away from how I want it to sound, it's not how I'm wanting it. You know, it's got to go. I got to fix it. I'll be in the studio 7 hours on end if I need to be.
Yeah,
But I also let music come in the moment too.
yeah,
You know, it's more whenever I have to get into mixing and production, I'm the perfectionist.
yeah. I understand. Um, you made a point in the beginning. I just wanted to go back and touch on it. You said that the world needs love, and one thing I try to instill to a lot of people that watch the show is that music is the one element that has a way of bringing people together, no matter where they are, no matter where they
Absolutely.
are. And I'm a true testament to it because when I started doing this, I had no idea um, what a Russia sound like, what a Russian hip hop artist sound like, what a Romanian hip hop artist sound like, what a Australian hip hop. I have interviewed people from everywhere, literally. And it's crazy. I still got some places I want to interview. I want to interview a hip hop artist from China. I can't wait till that happens. I want because I like to, like I said, I like to be able to see how my music and their music translates to each other, and that type of love to be able to bond over music. You know, music is the epicenter of everything. Yeah, you know, people get.
Absolutely. I
Yeah,
don't think life could exist without music. If you were to take instruments out of the picture, everything has a rhythm.
yeah,
The ocean goes in a certain rhythm that makes the tide splash on the shore, and the birds always are going with their own rhythms and melodies. There's no such thing as a life without music.
absolutely.
Absolutely full of love.
Yeah. So absolutely. Let them know where they can find your music.
You can find me on every single streaming platform. That's Spotify, Deezer, TikTok, Tidal. I don't need to name them all. Amazon, iTunes, SoundCloud. I put some. I might remix some stuff up there, and I keep songs like some are on SoundCloud, some are on Spotify. It's just always a surprise with me.
Yeah. Who's the top
And then you can
five?
find me on. What was that?
Go ahead.
Y'all can find me on Instagram and Twitter at RevlisLNSG everywhere. Same with YouTube. I got a production YouTube channel where it's solely production. That's Revlis Yakuza. That's a dope channel. We're having a lot of fun there.
Absolutely. What's your top five artists in your playlist today?
Top five what?
Artists in your playlist today.
Man, rest in peace to Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
Earl Sweatshirt, MF Doom, Wu-Tang, and then Joyner. I like Joyner Lucas right now.
It's a nice list. That's a nice list.
Yeah. I love MF Doom, man. That's my boy. Rest in peace to him too. That took me off guard when he died.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shook up my energy, man.
Yeah. That's the guy who did I Believe. I want to say the Hump song. I want to say. Because I know he passed away this morning. Rest in peace to him. If y'all don't know the song, do the Humpty Hump chicken, baby.
Oh no, rest in peace to him though.
Yeah, he passed away today. So definitely rest in peace to him. Classic hip hop icon, man. I'm telling you, 80s, 90s hip hop was crazy. I mean, it was some 2 legendary years all the way up to the 2000s, I believe. This coming out right now, but that was a legendary time in hip hop. You got any shout outs? People you want to shout out, man? You shout them out.
Well, first of all, I want to shout you out for having me on here. You know, that was so awesome of you. I appreciate you. Shouts out to all of LNSG and all you crazy bastards on my label. That's Controlled Chaos, Trey Gas Mask, Lil Ed, Standout G, Baby J. I love all of you. You're going to be on here soon.
Yeah.
Shouts out to my fam for believing me in my music, even then, you know, inspiring me when they didn't. So I appreciate everybody. And shouts out to, like, even if it's just one person that fucks with my music or anyone that loves it after this interview, you know, I love all of you.
Absolutely. Support. Last question before we get out here. What softwares do you use to record?
I use Fruity Loops for pretty much everything that I do. I might record in Adobe Audition once in a while because that's what I learned how to mix on. But recently I just moved everything over to FL20 and I'm just flying, man. Getting like 3 songs a day.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, a lot of people I heard use the 2 that seem to be the most of use these days are FL and Audacity.
Yeah, I hear a lot about Ableton too.
Ableton, yeah.
I'm just not a fan. FL is so visual to me. You know, Ableton looks stiff, but I feel like I could use it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And Chop It Up podcast, man. You know it's your boy Hawklyfe, man. And this has been such a dope interview. I appreciate my guests, Revlis, for being in the building. St. Louis, independent.
STA, we made it.
You know, we in here. I said one more question, but I still had one more because it was on my list and I kind of slipped past it. You said multi-instrumentalist. I was in the band, and I know I didn't say that right, so don't y'all dog me in the comments. I know what I'm saying. I just didn't say it right. I'm a little buzzed, so leave me alone. Now, with that being said, what all instruments do you play?
Well, I'll show you 4 real quick, if you don't mind. So this was my first electric guitar that I got. It's pretty old and dusty now because I don't really play it. This is a 12 string that was gifted to me from my uncle. I love that Epiphone beauty. And then this was my first guitar I actually really saved up for. This is an Alvarez. I love that. And then on top of that, I make all my beats via this Yamaha keyboard. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty nice. It's kind of old again, but nothing wrong with that. And then I also play a kalimba.
Ah. Yeah, explain to them what a kalimba is, in case somebody don't know.
So it's basically like a little xylophone type thing. It's really bizarre. I just honestly learned to play it because it looked awesome to me and looked cool.
Yeah,
And that's the way I look at a lot of things. Like, you might as well just try it if you can.
yeah. Okay.
So it's like a little xylophone and kind of a guitar mixed together because it has a hole for the sound to be projected.
Okay. That's crazy.
Disclaimer though, I'm no Mozart on piano.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm good enough. Like, I don't know sheet music. I
Yeah.
know it all by
All
like
right, I can
sound.
play. I can play it. Look, I'm all right. I can just play that Star Spangled Banner, but no, I'm all right. Nah, I can't play piano. I always wanted to play piano, but I can't. But yeah, man, it's Chop It Up podcast, man. Like I said, once again, special thanks to the guests for coming on. But y'all know I can't end it without a dope freestyle. It'll
Oh
be
yeah.
just insane, Terry. If I did hit it off with a dope freestyle, man, before we got out of here. So I'm gonna start it off. If my special guest want to join in, he's more than welcome to. You know, listen, they say bombs over Baghdad. I told him if he talk rash, it's his ass. Body bags and body bags. This a vivid picture. Misery loves company. Well, I ain't trying to give him the time of day. Tell him move past, move out the way. I'm on my ludicrous vibes because this ludicrous. How the hell you had an orange man in the White House and then you put Biden in it on a plane he slipped? I'm giving you the true facts. They don't understand this shit is deadly. Anthrax. You better get your focus on. Hocus pocus, stay in your zone. Demons won't leave me alone. I refuse to walk up the street carrying my chrome because the police might shoot me in the dome. It's not because I'm black, it's because they scared. Maybe you don't see the real vision. I'm trying to give you the real picture. Yeah,
Woo! I'm
yeah.
Scorpion and low key Kevorkian, and you get stabbed on your bitch ass. I was in high school junior year with a bad bitch and I skipped class. I didn't give a damn. I was just after school rolling these zigzags, playing my Les Paul Gibson. Yeah, you know that I get these big facts, getting that shit. Yeah, because you know I get that bag. I don't got cap. It's Zilcho everywhere I go. You know that I'm in kill mode. Godzilla versus Kong. Yeah, I gotta kill those everywhere I go. You know I'm like fucking Bilbo, getting the bag up. You know that I've been dragging my fat nuts across this rap scene. Yeah, everybody seeming so happy when they see me rap king. Can't nobody mess with me. Mr. LNSG, Revlis, you got godly genes, DNA of a deity underneath of me. When you see me, I'm a king. Can't nobody come and get with this on the TV or your screen. Need a bad bitch with some gluteus. Need to lather some sunscreen on her when you go and hear me on the raps of the monitor. Revless, know that I'm dominant, bombing the shit.
Ah, you know what it is, man. Chop It Up podcast. Revelers. St. Louis independent artists in the building, man. Appreciate you, man. You know this. Chop It Up podcast. Chop, chop, chop it up. Let's talk.